Hello and welcome back to the Blue Bindi podcast, where we talk about finance, womanhood and everything in between. Joining us today is Velsha. She's a super mom and a finance enthusiast. She'll be sharing with us how she balances her financial priorities while raising her daughter. Velsha, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ritika. So nice to be here. This topic is really close to my heart because I think once you're a mom, your relationship with money totally changes.
I agree.
Correct.
So, Velsha, motherhood brings a lot of joy.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
along with that, there are a lot of financial responsibilities that, add up in a way.
Correct.
So, what are some of the money-related challenges that you faced, or what you think most of the moms, go through? So,
Correct. So when it comes to, I think, taking the maternal break, what happens initially is you have to also think about the education cost, the healthcare cost of your kid. So a lot of questions, a lot of guilt comes into a mom's mind, whether what I'm doing is good enough. Is it really worth of, all my efforts that I'm putting in, is it mounting up in the right way? What more should I do?
correct.
So to, somewhere get rid of all those queries, all those worries in my mind, what I thought of and what I did was, I started a SIP.
Okay.
And today I'm proud to say that SIP is 16 years old.
Wow.
And it's a beautiful gift that I've given to my daughter.
Okay.
And one more thing I would like to say here is, along with building the SIP, we also, my husband and I looked at, managing a contingency fund.
That's very important.
Correct. And that fund would take care of all the education cost and all the things that we want to give her, the best that we want to give her. And that has also helped us a lot. So I would talk about, I think, two main things along with the worries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Velsha, one of the biggest questions that moms face that, should I continue or should I take a break? And how do you think, women should take that call? How should they decide about it? And also, I wanted to ask you, this is a myth. I would want you to burst this for me, that people often say you cannot have both. So either you can be a good mom or you can be financially independent. So what's your take on that?
So truly, I believe, Ritika, it is basically a misconception, I feel, and it's very harmful. You can be both a loving mother as well as be financially independent.
True.
And it is not a binary choice, I should say. And I think the key to it is doing proper financial planning. Now, when I came back to work, when I resumed after my maternity leave, it was not about income only. It also meant for me to come back and look at my personal growth and my career, as well as set an example for my daughter.
Wow.
So bouncing back immediately was also a goal for me to come back to the workforce. And what I would like to say here is, while the world has their own myth of what should be a typically good mom,
Correct.
one should go with what your family says and stick to your family beliefs. And I think that's about it.
I know towards the end, it's your child and it's your family. The
Absolutely.
world will say whatever they want to.
Absolutely.
But till the time, I think family knows and your child knows that
Correct.
whatever my mom is doing
Correct.
is for my good and
Correct.
for me. I think let the world do the talking and you just focus on yourself.
Absolutely.
True. Correct. So moving forward, Velsha, as a mom, how do you introduce money conversations, with your child? What do you do?
Oh, that's an interesting one, Ritika. So I would say very basic things like even going for grocery shopping and even your the normal shopping that you have, clothes and what we do is we start with a budget. I speak to her about a budget at home itself, and she has to define her choices within that budget.
Okay.
So as simple as relating to having a budget in mind, planning your expenses, and then deciding what is to be bought within the budget.
Okay.
And even if you have to go a little bit beyond that, seek approval from your seniors,
Okay.
seek approval from your parents, and it will help you to plan better. So yeah, that is
So now that you've mentioned that your daughter is 16 years old, okay?
Correct.
So how are you tackling? How now? Obviously, earlier it would be still easy, for you to
Correct.
just tell her
correct.
no to this, no to that.
Correct.
Now she will have a huge list, I'm pretty sure.
Correct.
So how do you tell her what to do, how to manage. And now is the time.
Gen
I think
Zs,
whatever,
yes.
yeah, Gen Zs, and now is the time. I think what you've done for last 16 years.
Correct.
Whatever little you would have explained her.
Correct.
Now is actually the time when she'll actually bring that to life. The
Correct.
practical experience will happen now.
Correct, absolutely. So, Ritika, what I've done, remember I mentioned I had started a SIP when she was young, and now it's around 16 years old. So, the recent conversation that I had with my daughter was, I told her I have generated X amount for you in past over the 16 years. You have to decide what do you want to purchase or what do you want to buy, how do you want to save that money. So, she said, Mom, let's do one thing. You come in from the markets, the industry. I'm interested to know more about money. And I want to know how to make money and save money.
Okay.
So can you apportion some part of the funds that you save for me?
Okay.
And I'll start looking into the stock market.
Wow.
I will seek your guidance.
Wow.
I would like to, supposedly try and purchase a stock and let me look at the growth of that stock.
Wow.
And I'm so proud to say
Amazing.
today that she's gone through that phase and that journey with me of, using the funds in the right perspective.
I think what you were saying, setting the right example. I
Correct.
think you achieved that.
Absolutely.
So she's seen you.
Right.
So now actually you can think whatever people say. You've been a good mom and you've been a good role model to her.
Thank you.
So actually for her to, at this age start thinking that I'm not going to go buy something with it.
Correct.
I'm actually going to multiply that money for myself.
Correct,
Wow,
correct.
That's amazing.
Thank
Really
you,
nice.
thank you. Thanks, Ritika.
Thank you. Well, Shah, thank you so much for opening up and sharing such real and thoughtful examples with us today.
Thank you, Ritika. Thank you, Blue Bindi.
Until next time, keep listening to Blue Bindi podcast for memorable and empowering conversations. And to all the lovely mommies out there, Happy Mother's Day!